my lovelies, and welcome to IndigoMoonBudgets. I am Maya, and I am here today to do my minis. I know that I haven't done my minis in a little bit, but issues came about, and for like 2 weeks, I was literally out of service. I made myself sound like a vending machine. My bad. Um, I wasn't really able to do anything for like 2 weeks, and that is a story to tell. So we're about to have story time. I am stuffing $50 as usual, and we may, not exactly sure yet, we may be able to finish one challenge today. That's super exciting, I do believe. So as you can see on two of my challenges, I had money from my last stuffing because I didn't have enough to color anything in. So depending on what we get for these two, one of these may be something that we finished. Who knows? So I thank you for coming back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, hey, how you doing? If you are new here, what's up, y'all? Welcome. I want to thank you for coming, and please comment, share, subscribe, like, do all of the things. So if you're ready, let's get into it. All right, like I said, we got $50, and we are here to add some money to something. Now, like I said, oh, that is 6. I said we are going to have story time. Now, before I get started into story time, I'm going to ask you guys how you're doing. I hope that this month has been treating you pretty good, because to be honest, what month is this? This is what, May? I have had a rough start of May. And the fact that it literally started on April 30th and traveled on until the beginning of May. Okay, so April 30th, that morning, well, actually the night before, I did not sleep very well. And I normally have a, what's the word where you don't sleep? I don't know. My mind is blanking. It wouldn't be a video if I didn't drop my dice. But I came prepared with the second one. So here we are. I did not sleep the night before. So I did not get to sleep till about, I'll say, 4 o'clock that morning. And around 7:30, I got woken up by a knock on my door. It was my building manager, and she came by to tell me, because I'm not exactly sure, but every couple of months, the exterminator comes and they spray the building. I love a building that keeps up on things like that, because I cannot be in a building with creepy crawlers and flying things. I cannot. So they said that after they spray, that they would come around 9:30, and then after they spray, that I couldn't be in my apartment for 4 hours. Now, mind you, I'm tired. I am super tired, and I'm hungry. I mean, I'm having a beautiful start of my morning already, as you can tell. So I get my things ready, because I also have a doctor's appointment around 2 o'clock. So I was getting things ready so I can leave, blah, blah, blah. So they came in, they sprayed. Again, couldn't come back for 4 hours. So I am tired. I am literally tired. I'm hungry. So around 2 o'clock came. What is with these fours? So 2 o'clock came, and I went to my doctor's appointment. I had to go get a CAT scan. I came home after the CAT scan. I am ready to eat. Okay, that was enough for $50. I am ready to eat. All right. So I'll go into the kitchen because I want something with salsa. I love salsa. My favorite combo is salsa and sour cream. So I needed something with salsa. I wanted salsa. I go to the refrigerator, and um for the people that have been here for just for a little bit, they know that I am in a wheelchair. I use a motorized wheelchair. And so I use one of those grabbers. And so I use one of those grabbers to reach things on the floor, to pick things up. So I was using the grabber to get the salsa out of the bottom door of the refrigerator. Now, I have butterfingers, as you can see, as I keep freaking dropping dice. I got sidetracked. Back to the story. So I dropped the salsa, of course, and I bent down to pick the salsa up. I drop it again. It slides right out of the grabber, and I drop it again. It slides underneath the sink. And so now I'm like how else can this day get worse? I shouldn't have said that. So this is the Spring Vibes Challenge, and this comes from Sisters on a Budget. I'll link it in the description box. Let's see how much we have here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, $12. Nice. So once I see that I dropped it, I decide, okay, one more shot at trying to get the salsa. I reach my grabber out to get the salsa. Now, how much did I say I had? I had $12. So I could do these 2 5s. I decide that I need to scoot up a little bit to reach it. Now, I don't know why I decided to wear these particular pair of pants today. And I did. And once I did, my bottom slipped right out of the chair, and I started heading towards the floor. These were silky pants, apparently. Apparently, there was no grip between my pants and the material of my seat. And my pants just started, I decided to slip. And my thoughts as I decided to slip was, I can't believe I'm falling. I don't fall. I can't believe I'm falling. My next thought was, I don't have my phone. So now, as I am slipping towards the floor, my body tenses up, and I kind of lean to the left, and I hit my back on the front wheel of my wheelchair, and I hit the floor, and I slide. I was literally like on those slip and slides. I slide underneath the sink in my kitchen. And now I'm just laying there. I'm just laying there trying to figure out what the heck just happened, and how and what do I do next. Let's see. This one is my rainbow, not mine, but the mini rainbow savings challenge. I got this from Etsy. I'll link it in the description box because right now my mind is blanking on where I got it from. So I will link it in the description box. So it just has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, $10. Now, let's see what we can do with this one. This is $10. You know what? We are going to do 6. And we're going to save that $4 for next time. And so now I am on the floor and the refrigerator door is open. So I'm like, oh man, I need to close the refrigerator. That was my first thought. I need to close the refrigerator door. I can't have a high electricity bill too and be on the floor. That's just too many problems all at once. I'm not here for the problems. I already got a problem with the fact that I'm on the floor and now I need to figure out how to get up. So my first decision was I need to close the refrigerator door. And that's what I did. In order for me to close the refrigerator door, I need to move out the way. But in order for me to move out the way, I need to move my chair out of the way. So I also have I have my reacher and I have a back scratcher. My back scratcher comes in handy. It's like an extension of my arm. It's literally almost like a third arm for me. I love it. And so I use my back scratcher to like maneuver my chair to scoot it back because there's like a joystick type of handle on my chair in order for me to move it. So I use my back scratcher to push the joystick backwards so the chair moves backwards. So I did that, but then I took my reacher and there's like a loop on my chair, and I took my reacher and I put the reacher through the loop on my chair, and then I took my back scratcher and I maneuvered my chair back, and it kind of like dragged me back a little bit so I could close the refrigerator door. So it's like problem number 1 solved. Let's see. Now my next challenge here is what? Ah, it is Mr. Goose. Hi, Mr. Goose. Let's see what you got today. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, $14, Mr. Goose. Let's see. We're going to do 2, 4, 6, 10, and 14. All right, Mr. Goose, you are coming along. This comes from Isabel Gigi. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. But again, like I said, I will link it in the description box. All of these came from Etsy. So we all know Etsy is a place to get amazing challenges. Okay, so as I am on the floor, I said problems number 1 solved. Next problem is, how do I get up? I can't stay on the floor until someone comes to find me. Who knows if somebody's gonna come and find me? I'll be in there forever. And my voice is so small and light that it's not like I can scream and say, hey, I need help. No one's going to hear me. I can't. And I actually have like a helper that comes in every day to come and help me with things, you know, like do my laundry, wash dishes, stuff like that. But she came earlier that day and this was later in the evening, so I was basically on my own. So basically I was going to be there until she came back. That was a no-go for me. So I decided if I could get to my phone, which by the way was in my bedroom. I'm in the kitchen. I have a little ways to go to get to my bedroom. So if I could get to my phone, I could call 911. They could come and get me off the floor, and everything would be right in the world again. So, so my next mission was to get to my bedroom to get to my phone. So I just applied the same method of using my back scratcher to push the joystick to move my chair and my reacher to loop in my chair to drag me along with my chair. So that's what I did from the kitchen to my bedroom. It took me an hour and a half. I had to stop, rest, breathe. I mean, I was sweating up a storm. It was, when I tell you that was too much for me. So I finally get to my bedroom. Let's take our little paper clip off. I made this paper clip. I made this paper clip. She's cute, isn't she? You can find these in my shop, by the way. Shameless plug. Let's see. This is the Love Savings Challenge. It's from Sisters on a Budget. Let's see. Last time this had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And it received 2, 4, 6. It received $6. And it has 14, so that is what, $20? Oh, okay. I think we're gonna do this heart for 15 and this heart for 5. That's $20. And like I said, once I reached my bedroom, the next problem was I needed to get through the door. That was one of the hardest things I've ever tried to do in my life. Getting through a door. I know that sounds weird, but when you're like dragging yourself, sliding yourself across the floor, well, for me, I was going sideways. I couldn't get through the door sideways. So I had to try to figure out how to turn my body the long way just to get through the door. That was hard. That was really hard. Especially when I always call myself a turtle. Because once I'm down on my back, there is no getting up for me. Not by myself. There's no rolling over. There's none of that. Somebody need to come and get me. I'm a turtle. So I had to try to figure out how to turn my body this way just to get through the door. Eventually, I was able to turn myself a little bit where I was able to get my head through the door first and then kind of like pull the rest of my body through. That I was so tired. So when I got to my room, I have a rug on my floor. So there was no more sliding after that. I got stopped by the rug. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go through all this. Just get stopped by a rug. So I put my grabber through the little loop on my chair and I basically hopped across the rug and I was able to get to my phone. So this is a challenge that I have in my shop. It's the 25 days to Christmas. And it's a digital download and you could get it in a lot of different sizes. So this received 2 for $6 today. For me, this is probably gonna be a very slow and steady type of challenge. So, we are going to do this 5 and this 1 for $6. So once I was able to get my phone, well, actually, I have 2 phones. And I wasn't able to get the phone that I regularly use. I was able to get the phone that no one has the number to, which I kind of need to change that. But I was able to get that phone and I called 911 and asked them to come and get me, of course. And then I hung up. I called my uncle That was my next step. That was my next step, was to call my uncle. Oop. Come on, little paperclip. What are you stuck on? Oh, the back of it. And like I said, that was my next step. Again, I made it in my shop. And my uncle kept hanging up on me. Like, I kept calling and he kept hanging up on me. And then again, that was because he didn't know the number. So eventually when he answered it, he was like, hello? I was like, uncle. He was like, Maya? I said, yes. He was like, whose number is this? I said, mine. And then I was like, I've fallen and I can't get up. He's like, what? I said, I'm falling and I can't get up. I need help. He's like, do you want me to come and get you? I said, no. I called 911 to come to get me. He was like, okay. But then my uncle, that was a whole mess. So eventually I hung up with my uncle. And, there was one part I left off. I have a Google Home Assistant type thing. We have Mr. Ducky. And from what I see, Mr. Ducky looks like he's about to be finished. Hold on. Let's count how much. 2, 4, 6, 8. So Mr. Ducky had $8. 2, 4. So Mr. Ducky has $12 now. And let's see. 4, 7, 9, 10. And Mr. Ducky is finished. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Mr. Ducky is finished. We finished the challenge today. Yay. That's $60. And this is from Isabel Gigi. Again, I will link it in the description box. I knew he was going to finish the challenge today. And Mr. Ducky was it. So we are going to replace Mr. Ducky with a new challenge. And this $2 is going to go to the new challenge. Let me finish the story before I end the video. I have, like I said, I have a Google Home Assistant. And the Google Home is supposed to be able to help you. It's an assistant, right? So while I was on the floor, before I was able to get to my phone, I said, hey, Google, call my uncle. And it kept saying, who do you want me to call? And I was like, Ghostbusters, call my uncle. Like, you're supposed to help me. Like, the time I need help, you don't understand what I'm saying to you. But when I don't say anything to you at all, you mysteriously pop on, and now you're playing Pandora in the background. And no one asked that. You know what? I need you to pick a struggle rule, because you're going to get kicked out of my house. So when the EMT came, they helped me up, put me in my chair, and they're like, do you want to go to the hospital? I said, no. But as soon as my back touched the chair, I was like, oh my God. When the EMT looked at my back, they said I had a lump on my back about that big. And I could feel it too. I could feel it too. I looked like I was pregnant from the back. Weird, but yes. Then the EMT goes into my kitchen, comes back, and he said, holding the salsa, is this what you were reaching for? Thank you, Mr. EMT person. Thank you very much for the salsa. Put it down. So eventually I saw myself out and they left. And after that, I was like, you know what? I don't even want the salsa. I'm finna order some food. And I had some people order Uber Eats to come deliver me some food. Because I was tired. Y'all, that was a day. All I wanted was sleep. I wanted to eat and go to sleep. Ugh. Well, that is the end of my story. And that is the end of my challenges for Mini Monday. Thank you for paying attention to me, listening to me, and I appreciate it so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and just all of the things. And, write some comments. Talk to me so I can talk to y'all. Also, there are some freebies in my description box. Go over there and get you a freebie. Who knows? You may like them or not. I don't know. Have a good day, y'all. Love you. Talk to you later.